Yes, that's right. I am the law, and when I think of law, I think of the Doubleverse's version of Ally McBeal. Schmuel Buckman, Schmuel, how you doing today?
I'm excellent, Husey, and how are you?
Pretty good. I just realized you got that fucking blur thing on. How do you turn that off? There we go. I'm great, Buckman. What's the latest in Doc's any news for us?
I have nothing for you, buddy. Sorry.
Brilliant. Great comedian. The chemistry is incredible. This is off to a good
I
start.
was I was hoping so.
Yeah, all right, that's
You know, I
enough.
could be funny, and then that would disappoint people.
Good one. Well, Buckman, I'd like to think of you as the Ally McBeal of the Doubleverse, but this next one's a cheerleader, and if I could give her a cheer, it would be give me an F. It is a great little Lemmi. Lemmi, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Well, as good as I can be, if you know what I'm saying.
I like getting fucked in my ass and doing cocaine. Who's that?
I don't know. It just happened to happen. And of course, we are joined by the lovely and talented, the guy whose name that I only learned how to spell about 4 seconds ago, the excellent Nick Rekieta. Nick, how you doing today?
Hey, good. What's up, guys?
Uh, what do you mean? What have you heard? Because it's not true.
Not much. I just like Buckman. Are you at Matt Mead's house? Like that background, bro.
Yeah, well, what can I tell you? Matt's hanging out over here behind me.
Enough.
And
Enough
it's
for the
just the
last time.
anger radiating off of him, I guess.
Speaking of which, I just watched that 4-part Michael Jackson documentary. Have you ever heard of Michael Jackson, the singer?
Yeah, man.
Pretty innocent, I would say. I think those kids wanted it.
Yeah, I think so. Michael Jackson, 100% innocent. I'll support Michael Jackson forever or whatever. Whatever it takes.
What specifically was it about Michael Jackson that you think those kids find so sexy?
Well, I think it's his calves, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, like most kids are attracted to calves. They're only about that tall.
yeah, they're so gay. Mm-hmm.
That's why I like them.
Start. What kids?
No, the calves. What's wrong with you?
Clip it and take it out of context, Dan. Go ahead. Thanks for the toe. A nice podcast, stupid. Who's going live right after me, so we will raid him or whatever you fuck you call that. Nick, would you?
He's got terrible competition tonight.
You be quiet. Lemmi is here, of course. She's the super chat reader. People can actually understand what she says. Lemmi.
Nick, would you polycule with Mersh, Ice Dancer, and Final Boss?
No.
And I just got
have
to yell at Dan there. It's like, you really couldn't go to the effort of spelling Ice Dancer.
Yeah. He's only got so many characters.
Yeah, but I know he's called $2 Dan, but that's a whole extra 90 cents that I'm missing out on. Fucking cheapskate. Nick, I've got to ask you about my mutual and your mutual good friend, Kevin Brennan.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He is kind of like basically Santa Claus on time off. There's nothing that he wouldn't do for someone. He just cares about everybody. In fact, I heard his name is actually Kevin. How can I help you, Brennan? Whereas my name is Adam. Hit the like button, Hughes. We're all having a good time, but of course, shockingly, and this is the thing that I can't believe, in a rare twist of Kevin Brennan's internet life, he's been talking shit about people online, specifically you, insults, all that stuff. Do you find it? Well, here's two Brennan questions for you. A, do you find it weird that he's sniped more of my streams than he has attended funerals of his own brothers? And
Yes.
do you think his whole thing over Scarlett Hampton, while Buckman is dressed up like Cyclops from the X-Men, do you think that it's strange that his control over Scarlett has got her thinking that he fucking cares for her, or do you think that he's just addicted to super chats? Hit the like button.
I think it's a little bit weird. I think super chats are a huge part of it, but there's a strange psychology behind his like obsession with her sex and dating life, right? Like, because what the fuck business is it of his?
Yeah, but the problem is that he did that whole big outrage of like, oh shit, she's gone on Stuttering John, like he's gonna neglect you, he's gonna use you.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's kind of it was like no, this is my super chat factory, right? Like, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Kind of weird.
We'll just use this to block Buckman's face, but keep the eyes in. Buckman, what's your take on all that stuff, you piece of shit?
I always found it weird that people seem to think Kevin cares for them. I'm sure that Karmic and Stevie Lou and those guys are like, Kevin's my buddy. Kevin takes care of me. But he's using Scarlett. I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't care. If she stopped bringing in super chats, she'd stop being on his show.
Super chaps?
Super chaps.
Super
I
chaps.
see Nick and I think of my assless chaps and I can't help myself.
Super chaps are the best.
Yeah, Super Chaps is actually the name of a Scarlett Hampton film. Good. You like that one, Lemmi?
Pretty good.
Thank you. But the thing I gotta ask as well, it's this whole craziness is that I don't get why Maid keeps going on. You're another friend of yours, Matt Maid keeps going on MLC because Brennan just wants to make it worse and worse for them, and it doesn't matter how bad it gets as long as somebody called fucking Knight Rider Van donates him $50 to chat. Hit the like button.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really care what people do, who they invite. Like, I don't police anybody's shows. I don't give a shit who goes on what show. I don't give a shit who has anybody on what show. My friends can have, like, the biggest critics of me on their shows. I don't care about any of that. I don't know why anyone thinks I would. Other than that, like, I mean, I do find it a little strange because it seems a little exploitative and rude to bring on someone who allegedly, you know, is an abuser of a person, like to bring them on stream with them. But hey, it's like both of them can leave the stream also. It's not like they're held there against their will. So who fucking cares what they do? It's a strange tactic, but people want to watch it, man. Like Kevin's over there kicking ass.
Yeah. But the thing is, he reminds me of a pimp from the 50s who waits outside the train station for the new country bumpkin to arrive in Hollywood. And he's like, I'll show you around town. I'll show you what it's like, doll. And next thing you know, they're having sex for acid money within 48 hours.
Sweet. Sounds fun.
Yeah, true. Buckman, tell us about your acid days.
No, he does definitely remind me of the
dodges the question immediately. How much
Port
acid did you do, you coward?
Port Authority bus terminal.
Well, what did you do?
When I was a kid, that was the routine. The guys would sit at the Port Authority bus terminal waiting for the little girls to come off the bus from the Midwest and help them find their way around New York City.
Is that before or after the Great Depression?
Good question, Nick. Good question.
I'm just kidding, man. I just feel bad because I missed your show. Like, I feel like such a dick.
Well, you showed up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then, everybody thinks you big time me. So I had to put out, no, he showed up at 6 a.m.
I really didn't mean to. Like, I was like, and I have no idea. I looked back at our messages. I'm like, why the fuck did I think this was at 6 a.m.? Like, I don't get it. But
and I had this whole Geno thing loaded and I had to do it myself. And
I'm sorry.
I'm horrible at transformative content.
Nick, did you happen to catch Buckman's fight with Geno?
Yeah, I did. I saw most of it, but yeah, I saw a clip.
Well, we know that you're a big time Geno shill and you love Geno and you wanted to talk about your Geno tattoo.
I'm his agent, actually.
But the thing is, we
10% of nothing.
Better than nothing. Am I right? We're having a good time. Good episode. Hit the like button. But the thing is, when you see Geno fighting Buckman and going off like that, as a close friend of his, Nick, what did you think of that?
Well, I mean, I thought it was a little low-hanging fruit from Buckman. It's pretty easy to dunk on Gino because both God and life have done it for quite some time. I don't know. I legitimately don't understand how half these people are alive and how they get through their days, like how they pay rent, how they buy food, how he shuts up Keanu, any of that. Like, I don't get it. But I don't really like it. It's not really my interest either. Like, I don't watch Gino's show. I don't follow what they do. They bring me up sometimes. It's like, okay, cool. Like, okay, I guess.
You know, it's sort of darkly funny. Well, it shouldn't say funny, but it is when you're a piece of shit like me. Is that apparently there'd been alleged signs of abuse from Matt to Scarlett, allegedly.
He threw her down the stairs on a live stream. It's like not much to allege anymore, right? Like, we watched it happen.
No spoilers, please. But but apparently he had been doing stuff to her for a while on Gino's show that he does. The problem is so few people watch Gino's show that nobody caught the abuse early.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Like, I don't watch it either.
What have you got to ask about the Gino thing, Buckman?
Nick, I've always said, what was the July event as impactful as we all thought it was?
The July event. Refresh me.
The anniversary show.
The one where Aaron's anniversary show that Gino
Yes,
did
sir.
the stand-up act.
Yes.
Like, do you mean, okay, so, sorry, just trying to drill down the question. Do you mean, was it as impactful in his sentencing and shit like that?
Yeah, do you think that he would have
that was
gotten
100%.
away?
That was 100% part of it, a very large part of it, because he did exactly what the court had said, don't do this, because he did it the first time. When he went on vacation, he hired Gino and Keanu to do his show, to run the Steel Toe Morning Show. They said some stuff. They were acting as agents of the show. It's a show that's in his control, and he let them say things that they were not supposed to say. Then the judge says, hey, that was really fucking dumb. Don't do that type of shit again. And then he did that at the anniversary show. And that was definitely part of what went into, his jail sentence. The judges don't like when you don't do what they tell you, or when you do what they tell you not to. They really don't like that at all.
You got a follow-up, Husey?
It was your question.
What do you think about clip shows, Nick?
Yeah.
Man, whatever makes people laugh and, cry and get their dicks hard and whatever, anything's entertainment as long as there's someone to watch it. And if they appreciate it, who fucking cares what type of show it is?
But I want to get back to the Brennan thing because when exactly did your feud with him start? Because it seems to me that Brennan's kind of like a wrestler in the Royal Rumble. Yes, I watched on Saturday, where he just runs into the ring and whoever takes him on first, he'll go, right, you're going to be my storyline for the next few weeks. And we're going to draw people in and we're all going to try and benefit from it.
Yeah, I actually don't know what kicked it off. I heard of Kevin Brennan a little bit because I'm somehow now forever ingrained in the Dabbleverse. Like a cancer, I cannot be removed from it. But so I'd heard of him. I don't really watch his show. I don't really care about anything like that. And then all of a sudden, he's very concerned that I'm gonna have sex with someone, and he wants to warn them not to have sex with me, which I think is rude. But I don't get where it came from. I don't get what his interest in it is. I don't actually know where the rumors started about me trying to have sex with someone. I don't know if it's just because she's blonde and April was blonde. I have no idea. But whatever it was, very sensitive. I think every single show since he has talked about me for a significant amount of time. So that's cool. I like being talked about.
Yeah, Brandon doesn't really like to mix it up. Like we always say, he's the only person out there that has a podcast that shows reruns. Like he will have the exact same conversation every day for months, if not years. Like he's still talking about fucking Shuley and Lady K, which brings me to this topic. Oh, Lemmi.
Nick, or what does Nick think about the LOL suit?
Which one, man?
I think they might be talking about the most recent
Stuttering John?
Stuttering John, yeah.
I mean, I was reading that Stuttering John lawsuit, and I can come to a couple of conclusions. One, John's a fucking idiot. Two, his lawyer is downright either retarded or evil, because he's setting John up for a huge loss. You can't claim that someone is harassing you by taking your abandoned property because it's abandoned. It's not really something that you own anymore. You don't own your name, image, and likeness. Everybody gets that wrong every single fucking time. Your name, image, and likeness is something given to you by the Lord, not by you. You didn't create it. You have no copyright interest in it. So people can actually use it. What they can't do is fraudulently assert like an endorsement. So I can't say, Lemmi here, and then have like a picture of you be like, she loves Lay's potato chips without your permission. I can't do that. But outside of that, if I'm going to talk about you, if I'm going to say, let me tell you about all the stuff Lemmi does, like I can.
I like getting fucked in my ass and doing cocaine.
Depends on the platform we're on. But, and by the way, no shame on that. But if I'm going to talk about like that subject and I'm going to put your face in a thumbnail or whatever, and maybe like two of your legs, then that's okay. There's nothing you can do about that. You can put someone's image, someone's name, and say, I'm going to talk about this person. And if you don't think so, just look at the fucking news. They do it every day. So if we couldn't do that, the newspaper or the news media would be out of business. So the lawsuit's stupid. John's lawyer, like I said, he's either predatory or an idiot, probably some combination of both. And John, from what I can tell, I don't know him, but it sounds like maybe he deserves it. But, I hate seeing bad representation and bad lawsuits.
Yeah, he's from what I understand, he's suing them for over $800,000. And
Okay.
it's like how can you sue somebody for more than what they're worth? That means it's going to get thrown out, no?
Well, I mean, it'll get thrown out for the other reasons. Again, his everything that John has said that they've done isn't illegal. It's not unlawful. It's not an infringement on his rights. You can't complain that someone took your abandoned property that's out in the corner to be taken by the garbage company. Like you can't say, well, they shouldn't have taken that. You want someone to take it. It just happens to be the garbage company who's going to take it. Why do you care anymore? Like what special reason do you have to care that it goes to the garbage company? None. Anybody can come and take a couch that's sitting on a fucking on the curb. Like you can do that. And then again, the name, image, and likeness stuff is all just legally completely incorrect. So he's going to lose for that. It's not about the amount. Stuttering John believes, and when you pick an amount for your lawsuit, there's a couple things going on. One, you have to make sure you're over the statutory limit for whatever court you're in. Some courts require a controversy in excess of $50,000 or $75,000. You got to knock that out, right? And I think he's suing in New York City. And if it's the New York City business division, it requires more than $500,000. So your lawsuit has to assert, in a good faith effort, $500,000 or more in damages straight out the gate. If you're going to be in the commercial division, New York City, I think that might be where they are. So there's
no longer. They
were.
Judge ordered the change of venue to Monroe County up in Rochester.
Right, because it didn't belong there, to be very clear. But you have to assert that amount in your complaint. The other is sometimes there's a symbolic reason that you pick a specific number. I don't know if 800,000 has some sort of special thing, but Stuttering John isn't worth $800,000. His face, his voice, none of that is worth $800,000. At some point in time, it may have been worth something, but now literally no one gives a shit about this guy except people making fun of him. And there's no value. He's not signing brand deals. He's not loading up endorsements. He doesn't read a shitload of custom ads on his streams. Like, where is this value coming from? It's coming from nowhere, just like most of this shit.
Yeah, I always say that if you have a podcast and if one of your episodes, you literally prank call Donald Trump on Air Force One while he's the president, and you can't use that to maybe sort of launch your podcast into maybe getting 5, 6 new subscribers, then maybe the problem is you.
Yeah, you'd think that
Donald,
should be a million view video, right? Like straight out the gate.
that should be a video that went not only viral, that like Saturday Night Live would have done a hilarious sketch about. They could have had somebody mention how Trump has weird hair. I would have laughed for 27 minutes if somebody said that. Have you ever noticed his hair is weird though?
Yeah, he did too. In my favorite campaign moment, he was speaking, and there were two of the jumbotrons, and he was looking at one the whole time, and then he looks at the other one, and he notices his comb over is just a fucking disaster. He's like, "Oh, that is really unfortunate, isn't it? That does not look good. Not good at all. I'm gonna fire the hair person." It's nice little self-awareness from him.
But I love the new scandal that's starting up, that his wife has her documentary out, and there's all these massive sold out screenings all around America, and about 6 people have gone to see it, and it's like not my problem. People are cold, but they want to see the tickets, and that's it. That Donald Trump's a funny character. Quote
like him.
me. Speaking of which, he was with Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2, and they had sex together. Lemmi, here's one by Long Dogs, and don't forget to say thanks for the 2.
Long dogs, thanks for the 2, buddy. Nick, did Aaron ever prep the bowl?
That's a funny one to leave ambiguous, isn't it?
What does prep?
No,
bowl
he
mean,
didn't.
Buckman?
Jesus Christ. Ew. Sorry.
What does that mean?
I think it means, did Aaron ever get Nick Rekieta's dick hard so he could fuck April? That's what I
No,
think.
he did not. He did not do anything of the sort. Thank Christ.
Here's another one, Lemmi, from Yo Tommy Jordan.
Oh, wait.
What does the swinger think about me being the potential new co-host of Steel Toe Morning Show? I'll wait.
I don't care. Go for it, brother. Get paid. Like, do business. How's that? Make the show better, maybe. That would be good too. I like Tommy Jordan. I think he's funny.
I do too. His Rochi thing made me laugh from like inside my guts. It was hilarious.
What was that, Lemmi?
The Rochi thing that Tommy Jordan did made me laugh very hard.
No, I mean, what was it?
He was doing his Rochi impression.
Yeah, can you go into more detail? I don't understand.
He did an amazing Rochi impression on BYB the other night, where he used AI and Rochi's background, and he looked very much like a Timu Rochi.
It was fucking hilarious. And just the way he was talking, it was very funny.
I don't mean any disrespect to Rochi, but I have no idea who that is.
I love Rochi, but
I just don't know who that is.
You will if you go to Hackamania, Nick.
Cool.
Promo
I
code
can't wait
Buckman.
to. I can't wait to. No, promo code RL. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very hostile to you, and I don't mean to be. Sorry.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
I have a natural hatred of older people.
So, Buckman, unfortunately, your interview with Nick yesterday didn't happen. Is there anything else that you would like to ask him now while you can?
Well, I really
die?
wanted to. I wanted to talk Gino and Meade. Those were, but I had tape. I had video at the time to review, so I don't have that here. But
I'll come on your show, and we can still do that if you're cool with it, or if you got new stuff too. I don't mind. I feel really, really fucking bad about it because I hate missing stuff
I
like that.
enjoy being big timed, Nick. I like it. It's what makes me me. When you in this name, image, and likeness lawsuit, okay?
Yeah.
So let's just, for argument's sake, the DabbleCon 2 event that they put on, had they said Stuttering John was going to be there, they used his name, image, and likeness to draw crowds, blah, 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 and lied. That would have been an abuse of name, image, and likeness, right?
Okay.
But here,
so
wait. Let me. Very
okay, yeah, go ahead.
compound
Go ahead.
question.
Yep. Go ahead.
Which I know I'm not supposed to do, but John has to prove damages in this, right?
Yeah, and so with that one, here's the thing: the damages to John are zero, right? Like they say, oh, John's going to be there, he's not there, whatever. That's potential fraud. That's between them and the ticket purchasers. If the ticket purchasers legitimately relied on their advertisement, they thought it's real ad, and they're like, no, John is going to be there, and then their ticket purchasers show up, and he's not there. Well, that's maybe a fraud. That's induced fraud in the inducement would be inducing them to buy a ticket, and that could be a problem for them. But that's not between them and John. That's between them and the people who bought tickets.
I think that there's a case where a porn star, and I don't remember who it was, say Jenna Jameson, her image was used to sell a porn star event, and they had her picture on all the posters, and she sued for use of name, image, and likeness and won.
It all depends on how it's presented. If it's presented as like an endorsement or whatever, and how much like fraud is going on in that thing. If they book John and he doesn't show, that's one thing, right? And they create a bunch of material and use his image. If they say, hey, we're going to be talking about John, we're going to make fun of him. Hopefully the man himself will show up. We've invited him. We bought him a ticket. And it's like kind of a maybe he'll be there, maybe not, little gamble to that. That's different. If they say John is 100% going to be there, he's confirmed with us, it could be a whole lot of things. The problem that you run into with this type of thing is that the courts have generally, and it depends on the state that it's in and everything else, but courts have generally held that the immediate advertisement for the product itself cannot be the source of the abuse of the misappropriation of image. Okay, so I can't put in, and this sounds really stupid, right? But the misappropriation can't go on the thumbnail or on the movie poster or on the book cover, because those are all considered part of the same product. It has to be some other product that's being sold, like a shirt or hey, who are these podcast mugs are the best? Even Stuttering John agrees. That's them selling the mugs, right? That's not them selling the video. And so that's one of the issues you run into. How that would resolve is a little bit of a complicated question. I can't answer it. Too many different facts that we wouldn't know. But typically speaking, misappropriation of image is about selling another product, not the product that they're appearing in for the thing. And again, thumbnails, posters, book covers, marketing materials for the video or movie, those things are considered part of that product. And if you want a good example of it, the movie The Perfect Storm with George Clooney, where they were on a boat and they got lost or whatever, they tried to sue over name, image, and likeness of the original guy, like the captain of the ship. And the court said, no, all of the advertising for this movie is part of the movie product. And so because it's part of the movie product, you don't even have a claim because you don't have a product under the actual statute. But that was in Florida, so it depends on what state you're in.
Would you like a interesting perfect storm observation?
Sure.
You know how many people were on that crew in the film?
No.
11.
Oh.
Ocean's
That's it?
11.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Do you want to read this one, Lemmi?
Jay, Nick, can I have your plug's name?
Wait, Jay?
I was meant to say, hey. She's a silly woman.
Hey, Nick, can I have your plug's name?
No. Why would I do that? Jamal. I made that up. I wouldn't buy drugs from black people.
Nice. Well, technically, they all come from them,
Sorry, what, Lemmi?
Nick, how goes the next sister wife search?
I don't know, man. I guess I'm making progress. I didn't know I was looking for anybody because the last one was a fucking disaster. And I'm not really looking for that smoke, but you know,
Learn from your mistakes, man.
yeah, I get like I'm trying to, but I keep being told like what I am doing. It's like, what? Okay, I don't think so, but all right, I guess.
And Lemmy?
Stealth Chaos says Faith No More, epic.
Certainly is.
Hey, what's up, Stealth? Last time
Hey.
I saw Stealth Chaos was like when Karmic was just starting out. It was really weird.
I fucking hate comic.
Stealth was there last night in the chat waiting for you, Nick.
Oh, damn. Sorry to let you down, Stealth.
What's your take on the... Oh, by the way, Buckman, do you have any follow-up to what Nick said?
No, we'll get back to it later. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Hughes. I defer.
Oh, okay. It's just that it's probably a good time to reply to it now after he said it instead of later.
I'm still waiting for my answer on what he thinks the clip shows.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well-
said, like, who cares what types of entertainment it is? Wait, you're trolling me. What is this? Some sort of like troll podcast you swindled me onto?
Here's a nice compliment from my main man, Tommy Jordan. Don't forget to thank him for the 2, Lemmy. It's always fun to say thanks for the 2.
Thanks for the 2, Tommy Jordan. Thanks, little Lemmy. You have amazing sense of humor. You did one of my favorite things. Stancil used to do a little something like that on In Hot Water, and it used to make me laugh my ass off. Rest in peace, Ski Mask, also. Where is Ski Mask at? But it's funny.
But I gotta ask you about Karmic, because I think he's one of these people that if you didn't know he was real and you just heard about him, but you know that it's like this guy who looks like fucking Baker from the Muppets, and he's experimentable, shall we say, and he's into this bizarre, weird cuckold thing where he cries online and then he begs for donations, all this stuff. Hit the like button. What's your take on seeing what's going on with him? Do you have sympathy for him, or do you think that you deserve, you little cunt?
I got sympathy for everybody. I actually like Karmic. I do think there's some funny like stuff about him that's gonna come, like that's to come. I don't have information on it. It's just a feeling. I think he's gonna be a great show to watch. Like, and I think everybody should watch his show if they're entertained by it. That said, one of the sickest things I saw was that the struggle session where Kevin Brennan and Gilly just like sat and humiliated him sexually on the show for like 40 minutes. That was wild. Where he's sitting there like, I couldn't come, for days. It's like, holy shit. How do you? And Gilly's just sitting there like laughing about it. And I was like, God, this is awful. Like, this looks like a Taliban video.
They are good, the Taliban. Not as good as they used to be.
No, they're
For all the pop-up
gutted.
ads and stuff, But the thing that I don't get, because it just comes across as so fake to me, it's almost like him and Gilly have these meetings behind the scenes to work out the next storyline.
Could be.
That they will then get invited back on MLC, and I think Karmic was on the show now, and it's usual.
Yeah, he's on today.
Yeah, and it's the usual fucking stuff where it's always like, oh, they're the trolls and the haters out to get me, and I'm the victim of the whole thing, so it is. And it's like, but they're not. Like, you've got caught lying to people so that you could trick people into sending you donations, and now it's gone from him making. I think some people have said that he used to make up sometimes 1,000 a stream, to now he's making around 12.
Yeah, people don't like when you lie to him, and that camera bump was really, really unfortunate because it exposed Gilly's sitting there in the room with him or whatever. That was a problem. But like, this isn't new for Karmic. Like, I've watched Karmic for hours and hours and hours, and I swear to Christ, he has never said a thing. Like, he's never actually said anything about anything real. It's all just like, you don't know what I've been through the Valley of Men. It's like, well, we can tell you've been in the Valley of Men a few times, but it's always about like how manly and strong and like how no one else could possibly go through his life. And it's like, what do you actually talk about? Like affirmatively, what do you have an opinion on? I don't know what he believes about a single fucking subject at all. And that's really strange. So I don't know how he's pulling that off, but it's magnificent. Good job. Masterful.
See, the thing, like, it was sort of doxed that last year he made, was it 12,000 on YouTube, and that is now being, I believe that's being used to finance him and Gilly's trips and stuff, and I just think that
Cool,
do it. I don't know if he knows that he's being used to finance it.
But that's a whole different story. But like, this is at the end of the day, like, who cares what they do? I know that people who super chat care if you lie. Like that's a thing that they don't like. And I think he saw a bit of that with the massive drop in super chat money after that little camera snafu. But that being said, like, who gives a shit if he's with Gilly or anybody else, or he's using the money he makes on his show to go somewhere and do content? Like, why would that be bad? I don't get it at all.
Because she's ugly.
Well, yes, that's a good personal reason to not do things, I guess.
I mean, I love David Bowie, but I wouldn't fuck a woman that looks like him. Just because I.
But
think
would you fuck
annoy...
David Bowie? That's the real question.
Which era?
Now.
Fuck yeah. David Bowie was gay. Lemmi, here's one for Christopher Martin, and don't forget.
Thanks for the 2, Christopher Martin. Ricotta's ears are so big, he can hear the sunrise.
I actually have a really unfortunate condition. I have very narrow ear canals. So my ears are big, but the canals are tiny and tight, which is, I have custom ear monitors, and like the person who did the molds was like, your ear canals are really, really tight. You wanted to expand them? It was weird.
So much so that he can barely hear the laughter coming from Schmuel Buckman after this comment. Oh, Lemmi.
His plug is, thanks for the 2, random unbreaded commenter. I love that. His plug is a white guy named Derek, can confirm.
Derek's a black guy. God damn it. Sorry.
Go ahead, Lem.
Nick, thanks for the $4.99, Christopher Martin. Nick, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but an erection is not considered personal growth.
It's not what I've heard. It's not what I've heard. I took biology. Can't fool me.
Depends upon how big it is.
That's true. What if you're like, what if you're setting new records?
How
Buckman
big is your dick, Nick?
Big enough.
Let's get a ballpark, if you know what I mean. Does it pass the balls?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, it's an odd question because other people have talked about it, I guess, but between 7 and 8 inches, depending on like how I feel, I guess.
Yeah, mine would be about a 6 or 7 off the ground. Hit the like button for exaggerations. What about you, Buckman? You got a nice piece?
So I did do a check. Today's revenue for Karmic was $41. And
I'm sorry. Wait a
last
minute.
7 days, $521. And his total revenue on Super Chats is $22,330.
Whatever?
According to Playboard, I think that's ever. Yeah. Which would be about a year. Not bad.
I mean, like, nobody's like, well, Brennan and AATP do pretty well, and Shuley, I guess. But nobody's like killing it on here. But I think that Karmic's problem is he's trying to use this as his job. And that's not good. And he's talked so much shit about everybody else who's struggling. It's like, well, how'd that last, you ginger fuck? Now you've got your AI songs that Tommy Jordan can do better than you. So now you're just an unfunny cunt with the suspicious mind who cries all the time. So I don't get it at all.
Buckman, that answer was not, that was uncouth, my friend. That was uncouth.
but adequate.
Yeah.
So with Karmic, right? He came on. He was in that big leather chair. He's all goofy. He was making money, and he was following a formula of
Yeah.
creating enemies, make enemies. Picking Pat Dixon was great because there's a lot of people that don't like Pat. Brennan doesn't like Pat.
Damn,
He gets on Brennan's show. He's doing really well. He hooks up with Felicia, and the whole thing starts to tank. Do we think that she's guiding him as the professional comedian?
Never let women influence your show. Never let women tell you what to do on your show. Don't do it at all. Women can talk about women's shows. That's cool. Like go do that. Guys let women control what they say. They start moderating themselves. They start blocking people who offend the woman, etc. You just can't. Sorry, ladies. Don't do it. Don't ask your guy to change his show for you. And guys, don't ever fucking listen.
Go ahead, Lemmi.
I was raised on My Fair Lady, and Rex Harrison is like one of my heroes as a Henry Higgins, and he actually sang a song about just that in that movie. So that's totally based.
Timeless and true.
And plus, Lemmi is Muslim. Go ahead, Lemmi.
That's Kurt, not Rekieta. Lack of micropeens here. And thanks for the 2 random unread comments.
Speaking of Kurt, God, I don't know his name. The other guy, the guy from Ohio, Nick.
Sean.
Sean.
Potentially furniture, yeah.
Potentially furniture. Has he gained like 300 pounds since he started covering you? Or is that just my imagination?
He's always been big. I don't know. But yeah, like he just seems to be getting wider by the day. I worry about his heart. Unironically, because he's really big, and it's kind of crazy.
I don't know, Nick. You have a way of breaking these men.
And all they do is eat. I don't know.
And Kurt, interestingly enough, who's talking shit about you, is then on stream telling us what he's looking for in a woman.
It's so funny every time. Too, yeah. His Kurt, who is somewhere north of 330 pounds, has his list of qualifications. They have to be under 35, never married. He would prefer a 10, but he'll accept somewhere around a 9 or an 8. They have to not have any children at all because he wants to pump so many big giant babies into them. And there's some other stuff that's kind of crazy about it, but it's wild because okay, that's fine. You can have dating standards. You can say, look, this is what I'm attracted to, and you can have various levels of reality around it. That's cool. The problem is a bunch of women throughout the years have tried to be like, hey, I don't quite fit those things, but I'm kind of close and I like you. Could we hang out? And if he could practice at least, right? He could meet someone and maybe he'd actually just like her, but he won't do it. It's really funny.
Now, did you know those guys before the events of last year?
Yeah, most of them, their channels kind of exist because of me, in at least in significant part, or the success of their channels does. They joined me for Kyle Rittenhouse, or they joined me for Johnny Depp. I would bring them on shows and stuff like that. And I'm not claiming credit for what they did with that. It's just it's an opportunity. Every networking thing is an opportunity. Me coming on here is a chance to talk to 160 people who I might not otherwise talk to, and I want to talk to every single one of them. I want people to hear me. I want most people to call me an asshole and say I'll never watch your show, and I want a couple of people to come check it out, right? And so when I was doing Rittenhouse and Johnny Depp, I was doing live streams to 50 to 100,000 people with regularity. And so those guys would come on, they'd get to expose themselves in a safe way to tens of thousands of people for hours and hours at a time. And then some people would check out their channels and they had the opportunity to make the sale at that point. Like, click subscribe over here. Come give me your super chats and stuff. And so, yeah, I've known many of these guys for years and years and years.
And they were bitter. I'm sorry, Husey, go ahead.
I was going to say, can you imagine how good you would have it if Kyle Rittenhouse shoots Johnny Depp?
It'd be fantastic.
Hit the like button. Go ahead, Buckman, you piece of shit.
And they became bitter after the incident, claiming you didn't pay them. Which
is
was
crazy.
there ever any talk of that beforehand?
I openly and notoriously, on stream, off stream, behind the scenes, I do not pay people to show up on my show. I can talk for 3 hours. I can talk for 8 hours. I can talk for 10 hours. I don't need anybody on my show, and I'm happy to do it. If someone wants to join me, can enrich the conversation, great. And again, it's networking, it's exposure. I similarly would never in my life ask an appearance fee to go on a YouTube show. And that was openly stated from the start. It was always there. There was never, ever any promise to pay. And again, the opportunity to sit in front of 50 to 100,000 people every day for 9 hours a day for free and market your own channel is worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day. And I was happy to let people do that, and have them on the show. That was how any quote unquote payment went. But that's just YouTube, man. I don't ever expect to be paid to be a guest, and I don't pay anybody. And if people don't like that and they want to get paid to be on my show, like, cool, like, you just won't be on. That's fine. I don't want to set any expectations and let people down.
When you hit the number 69,000, did you giggle?
Yes. 100%. Of course.
You have to. It's a funny number.
It is.
What number was it, Lemmi?
69.
Say, it's funny. Can you remember the number, Buckman?
69.
That's the stickiest pussy I've ever seen!
Don't know what happened there. Must be something wrong. You know who asked to get fucking paid to come on podcasts is Tom Myers. He said he wants $150 to come on anybody's show, and it's like, get fucked. Why would I pay 40% of your annual income?
Okay, so damn.
Roasted.
So help me out here, boys and Lemmi. Is this a product of the Dabbleverse and like the origin stories of all of these people being like failed stand-up comedians or something? Like, is that what that is? Is that where the expectation of this like this pittance reciprocal amount is going on? Because I don't get it. I've been through several communities. I've been doing this since 2017. And no matter where I am, the idea of paying for someone to come on the show, like maybe if you're Rogan or something, I guess, like, and you're bringing in a huge guest who has a lot of time, has a lot of different fingers out there, and you're really trying to get them to your show and you can afford it. Like, maybe, I don't know. I went on Tim Pool. They didn't pay me. He bought my ticket and flew me out because he liked to have people in person, but he didn't pay me. When I was on the Blaze down in the You Are Here podcast with Elijah Schaefer, we're not going to talk about that, and Sydney Watson, they didn't pay me either. They flew me down. They were very nice. They paid for my hotel and stuff like that, but they didn't. There was no money involved, and I'm wondering if that's a product of the stand-up like kind of circuit that a lot of these people are from.
I think it's because everybody in the community wants to be like Opie and Anthony, and they want this to be their main job. I'd love it to be my main job. But unfortunately, really only Lady K has been able to do that, which is quite an excellent. Did it ever bother you, though, Nick, when you had a pretty good live audience and people weren't hitting the like button?
Yes. But the way
Yeah.
I used to do that, and I used to take care of that with drinking. I never had a goal to like, for money or super chats or anything. But I did say, like every 1,000 likes, I'd take a shot of whiskey, and stuff like that. And I would get pretty trashed on some of those shows. When you have that many people watching live, the likes go kind of crazy. So
I've never seen that.
that's how
I've
I
always been
rectified it.
so sober and clear-headed on stream.
Lemmy, would you like to read this one from Random Unbreaded Commenter?
Thanks for the 2. Sean got told to widescreen. He misunderstood.
He came out on legal paper.
Go ahead, Lemmy.
Chris Mack, thanks for the 5. What's up, dude? He's one of my buddies. I love him. Been watching Nick so long. I remember when he instituted the $20 gets read right away rule. When Farron went tits over flaps on streams. Hi, Lynn. Hi.
Some good times. Very good times.
But it's true because it's like because these are very tough times for everybody. Although hitting the like button is free, so go ahead and hit the like button. But so it's always very grateful when people donate anything, and that's why when I see people like a Karmic or a Stuttering John, and they complain and they go, "Oh well, no point in doing a show if you won't donate," and it's like, so people just have to constantly finance everything you do. That being said, anything I make's going to my Hackamania fund. Charitable causes that I'm going to donate to and stuff. I'm going to blow it all in Vegas. So everything that comes in will go to curing children's sickness. Cook. Speaking of which,
I'll avoid licking you in Vegas because I don't want to get it.
Oh, are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Like, I like getting fucked in my ass and doing cocaine. Oh, it is.
Hackamania, brother.
Don't worry. I have many, many clips that I will never live down. They're just kind of, just embrace them. That's a funny clip. Like,
And it's so clear.
I know. It's like, couldn't it robot out or something? Fuck.
Go ahead, Lemmy.
The Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Streaming to 100K people must have been a unique high.
Yeah. Some of the wildest days. Also, before I ever did any drugs. So, like, it was a unique high in that way.
How about now? What are you streaming to? Do you feel like you're going to build it back up?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I came back, it started off around the 800 people for a live stream, and now I'm pretty consistently getting 1,500 to 2,000 people. So hopefully that'll just keep going up. I did a lot of damage to my YouTube streaming because I took a Rumble contract, and the Rumble contract required me to do at least 1 hour on YouTube. I could do longer, but then I had to cut it and do at least 2 more hours on Rumble. So cut the YouTube off, and that fucking annihilated my channel's momentum. I made a lot of money from Rumble. It was really great that way, but in hindsight, I don't think I would have done it knowing what I know now, because it really changed the dynamic of my interaction with the audience. I'd had an audience who was really excited to be on YouTube. They were really excited to super chat, and once the Rumble contract came in, that changed pretty dramatically. People shifted over to Rumble. They did. My Rumble streams were huge and stuff like that, but the money wasn't really there from the audience. It was there from Rumble. And when that contract ended, the Rumble money was gone, and so was the audience participation. At first, I was kind of like, I liked it. I was like, oh, this is great. I really want to take money from a company, not take money from my audience. But one of the things I really missed and misunderstood was that people like to participate in the show. They like to contribute, and that's a part of the show. It's what makes YouTube different than TV, and that was a big mistake on my part. Like just from kind of like a my show culture sort of thing, and but hey, you live and learn, right?
What was the timing of that, though? Did the
4
the
o'clock.
Rumble contract end pre-arrest or post-arrest? Or
Yeah. So, okay. So my Rumble contract ended January of 2024. I had been negotiating for a re-up on my contract since October of 2023 because you want to kind of be ahead of it. I actually got the offer finalized and delivered to me, I think in late April, and then I signed it and then got arrested, and so they didn't sign it after that. But I did have a Rumble contract renewal. It was very generous, and I was looking forward to working with them again. I wasn't expecting to get arrested, but I went ahead and did that, and it made things really complicated. So,
Nick,
but yeah, that's
just
the timing.
Here's a free chat for you, Nick.
Kimby's Dirty Kitchen. Girl, you better hit that like button. What are you doing? Hit it. Hit it hard. Hit it twice. Well, hit it 3 times. Twice turns it off. 3rd time turns it on.
4 for polycule.
No, that turns it off again. Schmuel, get with the program.
Yeah, you dumb cunt. Nick, ask me about memberships.
Yeah, tell me about memberships. What do memberships on your channel give you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
Also,
was gonna
Lemmi.
ask- seeing as you brought it up. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Gabriel Archer for becoming a member. Well, you can get a shitload of free stuff if you join the hit the like button tier, which is literally $1 American dollar. Or you can go all the way for different tiers of support for the H-Man's charity fund. I'm going to upload it all in one night in Vegas and then be starving for days. Or you can literally control the show by joining the Oasis tier for $100, and you can literally throw people off the channel. But thank you for asking, Nick, and everybody should gift memberships. Merry Christmas. Go ahead, Lemmi.
Moon Cricket, thanks for the 2. And I would like to say, this is not me saying this as Lemmi. This is Moon Crickets from the chat with $2. Says Tojo gave AIDS to a preteen girl. Can parents sue?
It's a tough question. It depends on the state. It depends on if they knew about it and stuff like that. But since this is, since this is the internet, like, I don't want to seriously entertain that question because I don't want to imply anything about anybody. I don't know the fucking story. I don't really want to.
It's weird because Tommy Jordan actually does look like one of the kids from Kids. So him giving AIDS.
Oh, Tojo's supposed to be Tommy Jordan?
Oh yeah.
Tommy, did you do that? Did you give someone AIDS? Like, where'd you buy it?
Tommy. Here's another one, let me.
Colby Nolik 9165, thanks for the 5. Super Tips is sorely missing from this stream. Liked for the effort. Love you like a sister, Nick.
Depending on the state, that could be really exciting. Like Arkansas and stuff.
But the thing about streaming, I've got to say, and I know it's kind of geeky to say, but there are stuff like you of course you said you were in the hundreds of thousands. I did a Christmas.
Streams, yeah.
I did a Christmas stream at Christmas time, funny enough, and I hit my peak was something like 354 live, and I thought,
hell yeah, brother.
Well, I'm Mr. Beast. He works for me now. And then the next day, I got about 6 or 7. But it was a good 6 or 7.
That's the cool thing about streaming, right? Is like, just as a concept, a little bit about me. I always wanted to tell stories. I wanted to write books. I wanted to write screenplays. But I lived in Minnesota. And I met my wife right before I was about to move down to Texas, in which I would have finished a writing degree, done a master's, and then moved out to LA or New York and been poor for the rest of my life. Like that was the life plan. Mind you, I'm 44, so this is 2005 when I'm graduating from college. YouTube isn't really a thing. YouTube comes along, and all of a sudden, I can do something from the middle of nowhere, Minnesota, that I wanted to do that would have taken me living in a major metro area and having crazy connections just a couple years prior. And, streaming, I was really fortunate to be the guy that, kind kind of created this watching trials live through the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, bringing on a bunch of lawyers. And like, it was just this magical confluence of events. I'm not like super smart. I didn't plan all that. It just kind of worked out. I was like, I'm going to hang out with my friends. So all of a sudden we have hundreds of thousands of people, and like, yeah, it's elating. It's crazy, but like, it'll probably never happen again. Like the whole dynamics changed. Everything's different. But it doesn't matter because like I measured myself against myself the entire time. I still do. Like the idea that I get to talk to even 1,000 people or even 500, or I mean, we're talking to 150 people here. There'll be a bunch of people who watch later, and it's like, that's crazy. Where else do you get to do that? Where else do you show up and start yakking and fucking 150 people show up? So I never like I never get into this whole like shitting on numbers and stuff like that. I laugh at people who want to make a big deal out of it. Like I was kind of taking some jabs at Kevin Brennan, but it's because like none of us are that big a fish at all. And even when we hit it like super huge or whatever, that's going to go away. You're going to have great days. You're going to have bad days. But all of these days are bigger than if you went outside and started yelling. And that's something fucking awesome. Plus,
Go suck a dick!
getting 100 people to click on a button is hard. Just ask 99.9% of YouTube who can't do it. Like it's crazy. Just ask Gina Bisconti, right? Like there's no way he can get people to do that. And this is a guy who is on radio, who had a $90,000 a year radio show from Anthony Cumia, and he gets that thing ends, and he cannot break double digits some nights, which is crazy. But he should be proud when he does. He should be happy about it if he is enjoying his show.
No, but you're right about how crazy this community is, because 4 years ago I didn't know that Lemmi existed, and now I get her to do digital work for me, and I pay her in throbbing dick pics.
So you don't just send those to me?
Quiet, Buckman. But those aren't for payment. That's just for entertainment. Go ahead, Lemmi.
The Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. It was an accident in my defense for anyone judging, which I feel is a perfectly acceptable defense.
Yeah, but I've got to say, I think that one of the problems with Gino's stream, or why his numbers don't do well at all, is that because each stream he does is about how he's smarter than everybody else who watches him. And it's like, but you're not really in that position for that to work. Like Brennan's always talking down to people, but he's like, as much as he annoys me, Brennan does have a great life and a great career. Like, he fucking wrote a TV show with Norm Macdonald. Most of us would have loved to just get a photograph with him. Kevin Brennan actually had sex with him. Here's another one, Lemmi.
Will Heron, thanks for the 10, says, enjoy Vegas.
Don't tell me what to do. Fucking Will Heron out here.
I hope you're going, Will. I want to start drinking again and sing Bee Gees with Will Heron. Thank you for the 10. And Lemmi?
The Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Hey, panel, can I get a shout out for my intro and edit?
Yes. Well, we will actually call this episode the Tommy Jordan Show.
Ooh.
Thanks for the 2. But I got to ask you a question. Of course, I can't let you go, Nick, without mentioning the great Aaron Imholt. And there's a thing he's done lately where he's been IRL streaming.
It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, and he's getting like pretty big numbers and stuff. Yet this little piggy show was still do a show, sort of making fun of him, and it's like, so what's to make fun of a guy who's getting these giant big numbers that everybody's dying to get? So basically, despite your past history with him,
Sure.
do you think that it's maybe time for people to get off Aaron's back?
I mean, I don't care what people do. Like, I'm not here to tell them about, what their direction should be. Watching that whole thing has been really funny because he doesn't understand why, like 200,000 people can watch some, interview stream that he's doing of the ICE protests. He's like, well, my next stream should probably have 1 million people watching it. It's like, no. First of all, 90% of these people are super liberal, and are they're looking for the hashtag. They're wanting to know what's going on at the protests. So they're not really going to jive with his brand of thing. His job was to capture at least a couple people from that. And from what I hear, like, he's done a little bit better on numbers, but it's not converting into super chats. And that's how he's built his show. Very risky thing to do, because if people stop giving, then you're fucked.
Do you think that there's a part of Aaron that's delusional enough to think that him turning up for an IRL stream is why a lot of those people were there in Minnesota?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I think I hadn't thought of it that way. But yes, I do. I believe that that's something that he might actually think, which is kind of crazy. But Aaron, I've tried to explain this to Melton from the start. I think he and Moody like started picking up on this a little while back when they just kept seeing it over and over. People want to call Aaron a liar. I don't know that he is capable of lying in the traditional sense. His brain
On all fours?
His brain warps reality to what he is thinking right now. It changes the past. It changes the future. He was just commenting on my stand-up set because Kevin Brennan was reviewing my stand-up set that I did at the Steel Toe anniversary show, right? And Aaron said it was just garbage and I completely bombed, which is funny because I have the text message that he sent me that night. Hey kid, you killed it. Absolutely loved it. You can work with us anytime. Please come do more shows. So it's kind of like weird to suggest now that it bombed. It did bomb. Like, let's make no mistake. It's my first time doing stand-up. That was the joke when Chrissy invited me. And I was like, oh, stand-up. I've never done that. That'll be terrible, which will be really fucking funny. And then her dad had to go and die, which I thought was a little bit rude because that was my big day.
Nick, Aaron, when you guys met, right? Do you think that
Yeah.
he was turned on by you because of your big YouTube numbers, or was it he was looking for that polycule?
Oh, no, I don't know. I licked his face twice and he invited me to his house the next morning. So I guess maybe both. I'm not sure.
What did his
I was
face
on
taste
Molly.
like?
I don't know. Like I was on Molly and Coke. So that night's kind of a blur for me.
Well, speaking of which, there's a Andy Dick profile picture here, Lemmi.
Steve C., thanks for the 5. Great show, Husey. I'm officially more interested here instead of BYB. Sick burn. Nick and the old man are great. Hi, Lemmi. Hi, Steve C.
What up, Steve C?
Thank you, Steve. May you rest in peace.
Disturb.
Really, I wanted to
says,
ask you.
I didn't do an anniversary show. Okay, whatever show it was. Sorry, it was the one that they do in October. I said anniversary show, but it was probably one of his other anniversaries. I don't know.
But
Next,
Lemmi,
they'll
I'd
be
love,
wanting to know what shoes you're wearing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Lemmi, I'd love to know your take on this stuff because you used to sort of technically work for Steel Toe, where you did the mod stuff or whatever, and you kind of went viral-ish for a clip of you talking about the stress of it. But what do you think about these people that are still going after Aaron? Do you think maybe it's time to back off or hit the like button?
I think it's actually quite poetic that they're beating this dead horse into a fine, fine, fine pink mist because Aaron himself is known for doing just that. That's kind of his thing. So it does come full circle for me a little bit, but in my personal opinion, I've just completely lost interest in all of it. So.
I think that's a big problem. A lot of that he's having is a lot of people have lost interest in it. People have made up their opinions about me, and they made up their opinions about him, and that was a long time ago. So then it was just watching this guy flail around and do stuff. There's a little bit with the HROs that's kind of left to clean up, and once those are done, I I think even more people are gonna lose interest. His problem is that he doesn't do a show. He does.
No, I mean, I've lost interest in all of it. Like his show, I've actually gained more interest in his show than the shows that make fun of him. I've lost interest in the shows that make fun of him.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's
cool.
like,
That's
it's
interesting.
almost as if I'm watching Aaron beat a already dead horse into a pink mist in the streets. Like I lost interest when he did that. So I'm losing it. I've completely lost interest in the people doing that to him. So
Oh, sure,
it was
that
fun
makes
for a
sense.
while. It was
Yeah.
funny. It was fun for a time, but like,
And like, I'm kind of with you. Like, I barely check for clips and stuff now. You know, I kind of wait to see if he's violated his restraining order. He's done it a couple times in very subtle ways, but like they're not huge, and I don't know that I really want to do much about it. But that being said, like I agree with you because it's like, okay, well, let him do his show, like just let him do that, I guess. But I'm not, you know.
When Gino did that thing that got Aaron in trouble, and to be fair, Aaron did it, so it's not like he's like, oh, he would have got it. It was fine. Was there a part of you that felt bad for Aaron? That was like you dumb fuck, like you could potentially go to jail because you're trying to get dude bro points on the fucking internet.
It was a little bit of a different dumb fuck. It's you have one order from the court, and it's to not talk about one person. So don't talk about that person. That's it. That's all I really care about in regards to him. Like I don't whatever other stuff is down the road for him. Some of it might involve me even. Like I don't know what exactly the plan is on some things, but it's like you have one job, and it's not a hard one. It's don't talk about one person, and that you bought that. Nobody else did that to you. Nobody else bought it. Nobody else caused that to happen. It's entirely on him, and so now you just have to deal with it, and that's part of it. The other option would be go to jail or whatever, but so that's the frustrating part. It's like you have one job, just and that person asked you not to talk about them the day before you sent the picture to Gino, and you said you wouldn't. But like I don't know what to do about it. It's not my place.
Yeah, and my whole thing is like it's one thing making fun of like shitty shirts, which no one's making fun of my shit shirt because it's the furthest thing from it. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. But I got to the point where last year where it's like, hey, this guy is being so dumb that there's a chance that kids could lose their dad around Christmas temporarily. I mean, and I thought this is going way too far. Maybe back off. Maybe let him do a show. Let's not roast him, and because it feels maybe I'm wrong about this, that there's been a campaign to fuck Steel Toes show up. Like I remember Melton used to do a thing about getting people to unsubscribe just to fuck with them for no
Right,
reason
like when he
at
was
all.
near, he was like at 10K. He was hovering at 10K subscribers. Right, this is like kind of a funny bit, but like I get it too. Like it's really frustrating and shit. And I don't think they knew at the time like how numbers obsessed he was. It's kind of fun. Like it's funny to think back. Like holy shit, that might have really really bothered him in a way that no one knew. But no, and like with me, like I don't have any desire to do anything like that. I don't participate in anything like that. I've never tried to harm his show. I've never tried to stop his show. The only thing I care about, like, hey, there's an order. You're not supposed to talk about someone that I care about. And if you just don't, like, that's it. Just don't do that. And I don't give a shit what he does with his life and stuff. And I really don't care outside of that one thing. And yeah, I'm not an advocate of messing with people's shows or messing with people's lives. Some people do. I do like to make fun of people a lot, like and like I have plenty to say about him, but I'm kind of tired of it.
I'm really good at making fun of people. Will you see this one, Nick? You're like this. Hey, Buckman.
Nice podcast, stupid for $2. Yo, Nick, who's in your dream Dabbleverse polycule?
Well, if we go with the standard issue of 4 people in a polycule, that's me and Melton. So there we go.
And Lemmy can do the good part.
No. Me and Melton. I like that Melton occupies
Melton
the
is
other
3 people.
Podcasts in the world, I think. Clip that. Nice podcast, stupid. Thanks for the 2.
There you go. Well, a polycule is with 4 people, yeah?
I don't know. I was just going with that rule because of past experience.
I'll take Lemmy. She has a nice set of milkers.
Good job, Lemmy. I'm proud of you.
Kaylee's got a nice set of milkers. And Mommy has a nice fart box, which I think says a lot about me that I don't judge women just on breast alone. Because that's maturity. Right, Buckman? Who's your polycule little prevert?
Right. I'm a monogamous man. I don't think about things like that.
Great accent, but yeah, well, you're always hitting on trans women. Lemmy?
She
Never
does have a
mind.
nice rack. Go ahead.
I don't get to answer that question. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, no,
Who's
well,
your
yeah.
squad, Lemmy? We want to know.
Let's see. MGD, for sure. Like, first, she's going to be like first wife. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, who, I had to think through who that was. Sorry.
Corndiff, because if there's an apocalypse, we're surviving for sure. Let's see. A Bedorable, but only Bedorable. No other variations of Rocco, just Bedorable. And let's see, the last one. It's got to be a good one. Oh, Carl, because I need one to abuse. There, that's my list.
Would you leash him and ride him around like with like a
No,
shepherd?
no, I would berate him because I hate him. I need one. I need like a lightning rod for hatred.
Oh shit!
And
I'm feeling it.
I would eviscerate that dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, knowing my luck in an apocalypse, I'd be stuck with MGD, Ava, and Amy. So I have just put up a poll to discover who is the best trans person in the Doubleverse, and of course, Ava, MGD, and Amy are in there. Go vote and go hit the like button. Lemmy?
Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Nick, what are your thoughts on Sam Bibley?
I saw that name for the first time, I think yesterday. I have no idea who that is or what context it was in. So I don't have any. Sorry. Is he cool?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Who is it? Like, what's he do?
Yeah, Buckman, do you know anything about this feud? Because I legitimately don't have a clue, and that's not even just me being all sexy and stupid.
Well, the final boss is a mod for me. And Sam is a clipper. Final boss wants to be a clipper. Final boss did the music for my show. And
Okay.
they are fighting each other.
Awesome.
And it has to do with super tips. Final boss just started asking for super tips very quickly, and Sam got annoyed at that.
There you go.
The grifting thing.
Grifting is what we all do, and anyone who tries to pretend otherwise is lying.
I'll pick the side of whoever donates to me first between Sam Bibley and the final boss. That's the type of piece of shit that I am. Lemmy, here's one. By the way, I'm going to add a Daytwa to my list. I didn't know she was actually a real person until New Year's Day, which was interesting. So good for her. Lemmy?
Twade, thank you for the 5. Nick, what's going on with legal mindset? Short answers appreciated.
Long story short, I don't know exactly what's going on with him. I think he went through some really stressful personal stuff as far as I can tell. He hasn't told me a whole lot about it, and it's not really my business. But, like that's the thing. Sorry to be long-winded here, and I'll keep it brief. But that's the thing about streaming is like you go on and people have to watch you through your ups and your downs. If you're trying to do a show and do it consistently, people are going to see you when you're in a really shitty spot sometimes. And my advice to people is don't stream when you're in a shitty spot.
Or on Xanax. Or
Don't
Coke.
stream on Xanax.
Or
Don't
we've
stream
been
on
whiskey.
Coke or Molly. No matter how fun it is, don't do it.
That's the one thing I've never understood is being wasted on your own stream.
It was cool.
I love doing it on other people's shows because I can go take a break to take a nice big piss. But on your own stream, when you're fucked, like how do you operate the chat? How do you hi? Howdy ho?
What? At first, for me, drinking was part of my show from day one. Just kind of like my show was created by accident and it involved whiskey, so I just never changed it. So I was always drinking, but it always looked like I was drinking a lot. And I typically would have 3 drinks during a 3-hour to 5-hour show. But it looked like a lot because you take little sips. And so that's just how it looked. Eventually, though, I was drinking tons. I was drinking 10 to 15 shots a show and stuff like that. And how you would manage that is cocaine brings down that kind of like the slurry effect of alcohol a little bit. And then, but that got out of control too. And that's the problem with substances. And I started incorporating things like, people wanted to like pay me to do shots. And so it'd be like, well, every $200 I'll do a shot of whiskey. Well, like $2,500 later, $2,600 later, you're fucking trash, but it's like a good day, right? Like that's awesome. And so, but it's, that ends up being really, really destructive. And you start saying things and doing things that you really shouldn't. So it's tempting though, because people kind of want to see that disaster. And so it builds and builds and builds. But I don't know how you manage it is just practice, I guess, but don't do it. Like it's really bad in the long run. No joke.
Yeah.
Being sober has been really nice.
Yeah, because my whole theory about a lot of karmic streams is that he would drink for hours and hours and hours, but still be the same level he was when he started. And I was a pretty big drinker, but when I drink light beers, I get messed up. I'm quite a girl when it comes to drinky pools. So that old stuff of drinking a bottle of whiskey over the course of an hour, I'd be completely cunted. Like I would not be able to host a stream at all. I'd piss myself. Now, Mr. Kill Everything, that's a legitimate drinker.
That dude knows how to put it down. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you know he's only 37?
Oh God, he does not look that at all. He should think about that. Maybe.
It's unbelievable. Lemmi?
The Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Lemmy, you made Husey sad when he didn't choose him.
I don't need a polycule to get Lemmi. Oh! Right, Lemmi? Say it so that I don't cry asleep tonight.
It's true. Hit the like button.
There you go.
Hey, Nick, were you surprised at the level of moralizing that went on
Oh, yeah.
when you got busted?
Yes. Yeah, quite a bit. Look, streamers and like I know a bunch of streamers of various level, like, various strata of YouTube. And it's like, I know what some of you guys do. And so to see like the people kind of come at me about some stuff, I was like, all right, like I know you, I partied with you. It's like, so that kind of came across weird. But at the end of the day, like I can bitch about that, but it was still me fucking up my own life. Like that's ancillary to it. I was surprised at lawyers immediately taking the government sort of narrative, not really paying any mind to the possibility that there's a mix of truth and fiction that goes on in every case. They know all this, and that kind of went out the window. I'm not sure why. I wondered if I had look, I did drugs and drank a shitload for a year. I don't know everything I said to people. I don't know how I offended people. And it's like, I just don't know. I don't remember. And so like, I kept wondering, I'm like, where did I go wrong with this person? And some of them, the answer was just never. I didn't ever do that, but they were just pissed off about it. And that was strange to me because I've always been of the impression, like I might make fun of someone, but I don't tell them how to live. And I don't tell them they're giant pieces of shit unless they are, like, you harm kids or something like that.
Yeah, and not to be serious, kill the mood for a change, but I think that there's a real problem with people encouraging bad or unhealthy behavior on YouTube. Like, it was last August or July, whatever, we lost the great Ski Mask, and
Right.
all
Yeah.
due respect to the guy, like he was a mess. Like he was literally having seizures and biting his tongue badly. There was that famous time he passed out on stream and was unconscious on the air for 5 hours or something like that because he was
Yeah.
so wasted. And unfortunately, now he died in his early 30s, and it's like it's so fucking tragic. Uh, but donate to me, and I will send it to the Ski Mask family. I'm only joking. Hit the like button for Ski Mask. He had a nice set of balls on him. Buckman, would you like to read this one?
Tommy Jordan for $2. Thank you, Tommy. Nick, can Granny live in your shed?
If he wants to get in there and fight the raccoons, yeah, sure.
Imagine the great jokes you could come up there. Lemmy?
The Tommy Jordan for $2. Nick, humble us. What price of paintings behind you?
Oh man, the Johnny Depp painting was about $1,000. It was a charity painting. The cat painting was about $400. It was another charity painting. The Joker painting is a lot, yeah, a whole lot. I guess people could find out, so I'll just say it was about $60,000.
Jesus Christ.
Which ironically is how much the Joker 2 made at the box office. Good stuff by the H-Man. You like that
Yeah,
one, Lemmy?
It's good. Pretty good.
It's painted by an artist named Bill Mack. A bunch of people gave me shit for it, and that's fine. But like, Bill Mack's a guy who sells $60,000 paintings for breakfast or whatever, and it's far from his most expensive piece. And I really, really liked it, and I could afford it at the time. Like, I wouldn't buy it today, but I could buy it back then. And
Well,
so,
I
yeah.
wouldn't buy a Joker painting if it was on Jennifer Lopez's arse. That's right. That's one of my topical
dude, I wouldn't
references.
either.
Hey, Lemmy, would you like to read this one?
Yeah, actually, I would like to say I have an original Cardiff's Kids. So, in your
Hell
fucking
yeah.
face.
There you go.
Stealth Chaos for 5, whatever the fuck that is. How are you? How are you, Kents, discussing Crime Acts without me invited?
It's Yen. He's in Japan.
Okay, whatever.
Well, Stealth, I will 100% have you on for a good round table of comic bashing, unless Buckman wants to host the show and invite us on so that I could do some drinking on it and make a fool out of myself, prove me to be the hypocrite that I am. Would you
Stealth
like that,
won't
Buckman?
come on my show unless Chow authorizes it.
I think we could work something out. But what we can work out is me going back to sending the dick pics to Lemmy. I've got everybody's links and stuff plugged down below. But Lemmy, what have you got coming up that we should be looking out for? Hit the like button.
I think I'm gonna do some crocheting tomorrow, so come fucking follow me on YouTube, Little Lemmy. Just look it up. I'm right there, just chilling.
You know what I love about that, Nick? So Lemmy does these, what do you call it, crochet?
Crocheting, yep.
Yeah, crochet streams where she's just mixing it up with the chat, building a fucking blanket or whatever, and they're getting thousands of views while you're getting people going on live for like 4 hours, editing clips using AI, all this stuff, and getting about half. Big tits are a draw. I mean, what? Buckman, what have you got coming up next that we should all be looking out for?
Atlantic City this weekend for the Super Bowl with myself and the entire cadre of the Dabbleverse from the East Coast. It's our Hackamania pre-show.
Have you got anything specific? Like Gino has a stream right now to 21 people. That's fucking insane considering that people used to pay to subscribe to watch him on Compound.
Yeah.
But it's not as insane as you think. I mean, the draw of that show was he and Aaron Berg together. And Gino wanted to do the same thing day in and day out. Berg wanted to switch it up. And Gino became a complete asshole.
Also, was it subscribing to Gino's show or was it subscribing to Compound?
Nice.
Because like that's a thing we've seen. Like forget Compound and the Dabbleverse and all that stuff. You just look at all these personalities leaving major media, or like not being bolstered by a network. The network's marketing arm was driving a lot of these people because, like most things, like we mostly just want something to fill space and fill time. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing we've ever watched. People just, they have some hours. They might be driving or even 20 minutes at a time going to work. They want something to fill that. And that's it's like, okay, well, I like this list of people. That's way different than going, I like Gino Bisconti, right? Like that's a different thing. It's different than Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson. Everybody's had their struggles. Some of them are great, right? And have blown up. But a lot of them are still struggling to reach, the numbers that they would have had on Fox News or CNN. But they're making more money because they're independent.
Because I don't like to see anybody suffering, because I think I think Gino gets Keanu a bad name, because Gino, if Keanu has any form of disagreement, Gino gets right in there and completely stirs the shit up, like that whole Scarlett Hampton stuff. There was no need for Gino to leave her like a 4-page insult or whatever.
It's a little much.
Yeah, it's like, just calm the fuck down and let Kiki talk it out in the end, and instead of making her fall out with more and more people. And it's not even a sexual thing. I don't think she can handle me. Right, Lemmi?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've never heard anyone describe Gino Bisconti as too much ever in my life. What?
So I have a question for you guys, though, about like these Dabbleverse relationships. Having like some tangential connection to one and having a direct connection to another. One of the things I noticed is like this desperate attempt to keep people together, right? Like there's still people who are like, oh, Matt Mead and Scarlett should be together. It's like, I don't really understand people's investment in like the relationship that people have, because it's like, that's kind of between them. But there's this notion that like they want to preserve the status quo at all times. That's kind of strange. I didn't know if you guys had thought about that or noticed that, or am I retarded, or all three?
At least two. But I don't know what it is, but I think that, and this is going to come across as super condescending, but I think there's a lot of people like to use Dabbleverse stuff as escapist fun. So if there's any form of drama at all, it's like, yes, that means that I'm distracted from the fact that I have nothing to do, so I can get fully invested in the Nick's issues with Aaron, or Scarlett's issues with fucking Mead and Keanu and all this stuff. I just think that people just want the drama for 2 weeks. It's the big story no one can stop talking about, and then nobody gives a shit. So then the people who let it all go to their head, then all just sit there going, where did everybody go? Where 2 weeks ago I was getting asked on every fucking show. I was constantly being spoken about. Now I've got 6 people watching, and I'm talking about COVID or whatever.
And then they try to ratchet it up to get that back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the worse it gets.
And that goes back to my karmic thing. They'll get a storyline twist. Everyone will be like, "Oh, did you hear? Did you hear?" And then it drops off, and then they're like, "Hey, let's pretend we're broken up." And then they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm single now," and all this shit. It's shit. Lemmi, you've got one here for?
Torrent 3, thanks for the 2. The braid would go for a couple K retail.
The braid's really cool, man. I love it.
Very cool.
The Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Nick, you ever felt Aaron's Schmuel?
No, I never came into personal contact with it.
Twade, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Tell Schmuel to shut up, not in the mood.
I'm not in the mood, Detroit.
See? There you go. So, Nick, when's your next stream?
Probably tonight. I would have streamed the past 2 nights. I'm trying to get back to streaming like 4 to 5 times a week now. But for whatever reason, like I laid down at 8 o'clock and woke up at in the middle of but 2 nights ago, woke up at 2 a.m. and then this morning I woke up like a little after like around 5 something my time, and I was like, oh shit, Schmuel, I'm not there. And then he's like probably asleep. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I'm glad you did, because it means that you probably both wouldn't have come on this episode, which I think was a rising success. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Anybody watching, all the links are down below in the description box. So we're going to do a big friendly wave goodbye, and I'm going to have a good night on Friday. Take care, Lemmi, and the photographs are coming soon.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, and also in the chat is the link to tonight's stream of a nice podcast, Stupid. So go watch that and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, one last from Tommy Jordan.
Tommy Jordan, thank you for the 2. Great show, everyone. Buckman, congrats again on your W.
It was Gino. It's not that hard.
It's not. He sucks.
It's
so much.
Just let Gino be Gino.
Just explain to him the situation that he's in. It's brutal.
I still can't believe he threw his wife off the air, but
Buckman, just as we're going, what's your YouTube so that everyone can go subscribe to it?
Schmuel Buckman on YouTube.
All right. Take care, everybody.
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go.